everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Harder They Fall. So, Idris Elba is in it. Jonathan Majors, not sure. But evidently it's about it's a Western about a cowboy who knows his enemy's getting out of prison, so he's got to get the whole gang back together for some reason or another. Regina is in it. Zazie, Beetz. Nobody else I recognize. But it's like, at first I was like, yeah, it just came out today, Wednesday it released, which was exciting, so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely watching that. But originally I thought it was like 7.2 on IMDb. Now I'm looking at 5.4 on IMDb, and 1,918 people rated it so far. So a little disappointed in that. It's also 2 hours and 10 minutes long, so that's what I'm here for. See if it's worth your 2 hours and 10 minutes. So let me get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea. Let you know what I think. Stick around. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Harder They Fall, and we're at the 1 hour, 17 minute, and 41 second. It does go by pretty quick. It's you know, it's a long film, but it's captivating, if you will. And it kind of reminds me, like it's a Western, but it kind of reminds me of The Hateful Eight and Inglourious Bastards. And I'll tell you what, like it's got the I don't want to say kill shots, I don't know, that are like splatter and like that kind of remind me of The Hateful Eight. But then there was some comedy. There hasn't been much, but right in the beginning there was Damon Wayans Jr. was in it, and there was some comedy right there. And I thought, oh wow, this is going to be funny, kind of like Inglourious Bastards, which I found some scenes funny. And this isn't by Tarantino, by the way, but it just kind of reminded me of that. It's definitely not a Tarantino film, so, but you know what I mean, like those kinds of things. We got what is Jonathan Myers? Did I say his name was? So he is essentially our main character, and he was the one. Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors is our main character. And he's the one who's going after the bad guy, which happens to be Idris Elba, and his gang, which involves Regina, right? Anyway, he's got out for like revenge. I'll leave it at that, and that's his whole purpose. And he's got his posse, and then Idris, who's kind of the bad guy, has got his posse, and that's really what it's all about. Of course, there's a lot more development on why and what's going on. But essentially Rufus, who is Idris Elba's character, has taken over a town, and Jonathan Majors is plotting against him. That's it. And not much more to tell. That's a little bit better than what IMDb tells you. But that's where we're at, you know, so you're seeing it. It's a lot of development, like I said, and some good backstory. And it's interesting, so there you go. Just wanted to catch you up real quick, explain who the characters were, what's going on, and give you a little bit of comparisons that stuck out for me. So, alright, that's it. Let me get back to it. Sorry that wasn't more insightful, but hopefully my next take will be a little bit more insightful. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Harder They Fall. I have to say, it was, in the beginning, very, very good. I was enjoying it. It felt a little bit long, and I felt they missed a couple of opportunities. All in all, okay film. I get now the lower scores of a 5.5, you know. I'm in between a 5 and a 6 myself. It's set up real nice. And I think I'm going to share with you the opportunities that I see. One, there's good development of the individual characters. It makes you kind of like them a little bit, but there's no development of the gang together. You know, they're rushed together. They don't seem like they're, you know, a lifelong gang. At least that's not the impression I get. But they try and play that off in certain situations that they, you know, are lifelong gangs. So that was, you know, one piece. You don't even know the history of the gang itself. You got some pieces of the individual, and for an over 2 hour movie, you think they could have spent some more time doing that. Then the aha moment, you know, so the whole thing is the revenge plot and all this kind of stuff, and you get an aha moment, and it's it's done at a spot that doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it, you know, okay, but no. So it's hard for me to go into greater detail without, you know, sharing with you what's going on without spoiling it. I don't want to do that, but you'll know what I mean when it happens if you do decide to watch this, and it kind of ruins it for me. Not the aha, but the time that they do it. And if you think about it, it's like, okay, so there's that. And the other piece, and this is my opinion, if I'm plotting revenge for years, or even a while, for years, I guess, right? I think it would be an extremely elaborate, like, plan or something, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you plan it out so much, like, if this time ever comes, this is what I do, some kind of thing. And I didn't get that sense in this one. I was expecting something, you know, and I didn't get it. Again, I don't want to go into greater detail, but I think that missed a mark as well. So, all in all, second half of the film went downhill. They did have a little comedy, a little bit more comedy, right after I checked in. So when I checked in whatever time that was, they brought back a little bit of that comedy that we got in the beginning, but that was it. You know, they could have added a little bit more of that, and they could have done a lot more. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really griping on the film. I was built up and then went down. So hopefully that helps. I know I'm kind of being obtuse, but I have to so I don't spoil it for you. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's a long film if you want to invest the time in it. There's some good to the film. The beginning of it, the idea, you know, but there's pieces that I just think they could have done better, and it would have made the film, for me, a lot more interesting. Alright, that's it. I'm rambling. I'm struggling because I don't want to spoil it for you. So if you watch it, let me know. If you agree with the points that I made, disagree, what'd you think, comments, that'd be great. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe. Thank you. And continue to tune in Kimmel's Irish Pub.